Welcome back to Citizen Arcane. This is the fourth in a series of Fantasy Outdoor Spring League teams. It's just based on what I would like to see, and I do appreciate those people who have made some input as to other teams they would like, or team names, or whatever. I try to address those as I can. But again, this series is just for fun, and today I'm going to list my Heartland Conference 8 teams. Now, all of these teams ideally would be in a 64 league, a 64 team relegation league with 2 tiers. Team number 1 is going to be the Minneapolis Wolves. Minnesota has had a few teams in alternative leagues like the Fighting Pike of the Arena Football League, whose owner was one of the original owners of the Vancouver Canucks, Thomas Skalin. He also tried to bring the USFL there in 1984, but thus far nothing seems to have taken hold. There was also the Bemidji Axemen of the IFL, and so hopefully Minnesota will get a team in one of the spring outdoor leagues. The Axemen were in the indoor football league. My next team is going to be the South Dakota Storm. I took this logo from the Sioux Falls Storm of the IFL, and I actually prefer the WLAF Storm logo from Orlando, but every state gets a team, and this is the team for South Dakota. I would like to see them play in the Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium at South Dakota State with a capacity of 19,340, and it is the home of the Jackrabbits. That just seems like just the right size stadium for one of these leagues. And then my next team is going to be the Milwaukee Polecats, just another word for Badger. And I've also always admired the ownership of the Green Bay Packers, which is publicly traded and therefore a lot less likely to fall prey to franchise free agency, as have 2 NFL teams from my hometown. I sincerely hope the good people of St. Louis don't follow the NFL carrot again. Let me know what you think about that. But we will get to St. Louis later in this episode. Next up, I've got the Omaha Corn. The stadium at the University of Nebraska is just way too big, 90,000. About 60 miles away from Lincoln, where that huge stadium is Omaha, which has Rosenblatt Stadium, and now TD Ameritrade Park, which has a capacity of about 24,000. But it's basically a baseball stadium, and when the UFL's Nighthawks played there, it just didn't look right. Now, way back in the 60s and 70s, there were the Omaha Mustangs, which also played in Rosenblatt Stadium in the Continental Football League. If anybody has any information about that team, please do let me know. Next up, we have the part of the show where we shamelessly request people like, subscribe, and share this content anywhere they can. This content is created specifically to drive traffic to my products, which there are some links down below. Please do go into the comment section and click on those links, as it helps the algorithm greatly. Whether or not you buy anything, we do appreciate every click. Okay, the next team on my list is going to be the Iowa Commandos. I like this for Des Moines. I know that the Barnstormers are much more famous, and of course the Buckeyes are number 1. But every league has its military-linked team, and I think this one fits. I just think that works. If anybody has any better ideas for Iowa, please do let me know. And then we get to one of the largest and most important markets for any league that wants to have a national footprint, and that is Chicago. I would like to bring back the Blitz, taken from the original USFL, and I think this is a good candidate to return in USFL form sooner rather than later if the USFL is successful. If you've read Football for a Buck, you know that the original Blitz franchise had serious front office troubles, but I still like it. I still think that could work. And then to continue in our Midwest spree, I've got the Kansas City Catfish. In my opinion, the Chiefs are not long for this earth. I think they will be the next to fall for Native American team names, and I'm just basing that on Zeitgeist. That would be a good, safe name, and it's unfortunate that we have to make sure all the names are safe. But I think that works for our league. And my last team is going to be the St. Louis Battlehawks, which played less than one season in the XFL. I again just hope that St. Louis does not take the bait and try to get back into the NFL. St. Louis gave up too much to get the Rams, and the Bidwell family took the Cardinals to Arizona for purely mercenary reasons. St. Louis, frankly, will always be a staging ground for teams that want to go to a bigger market until a deal is struck where the logo and stats remain in St. Louis forever, or a situation like the Green Bay Packers, public ownership can be brought in. I'm not sure. Again, thank you for taking part in this, and I hope to see you soon.